I always try to convey, and I have to bring it out like every 6 months or so, because somebody will talk about, just focus on yourself, man. Just go to the gym and get jacked, and everything's going to be okay. Well, unfortunately, that's not actually true, because I've been in the gym since I was like 13 or 14, and either been in there or owned it or ran it or managed it and own it. I mean, Fridays and Saturdays, this is like standard issue. It's one of those 24/7 businesses, whether you like it or not. But I've seen thousands of in shape, good looking, well employed men in the gym on a Friday night simply due to a lack of knowledge and practice in the art of seduction. They do not understand game. Would be poon slayers stuck in a masterbutorium while pretty and willing girls go home alone and cry themselves to sleep. These guys, or if you're one of these guys, you're doing these girls a disservice by not being there and available and taking them out. And it probably was like my late 20s, early 30s, where, I noticed, I mean, a lot of these guys in there on a Friday night. And I stopped for a second. I thought, what is the common denominator? These are, good looking guys. They're in shape. Most of them are well employed, nice cars, good careers. They all had a certain level, a minimum level of shyness. They all tended, not socially awkward, not like you're full Asperger, rocking in a corner, weird autism that sometimes kind of they show up at the gym. But I mean, just enough shyness or lack of extroversion that they couldn't get up and over. They weren't friendly enough. They weren't open to saying hi. Just a lot of them would end up being late bloomers. At like 25 or 27, they just get fed up and they just say, I'm gonna just start saying hi, or I'm gonna start asking girls out, because they get tired of being in the gym on a Friday night with no prospects. But weightlifting alone, again, remember, we're far less than 1% of the population. We're the outliers. No one actually exercises, and damn near no one is a weightlifter or takes care of themselves. Just keep that in mind. Most guys wake up and it's a Monster and a blunt for breakfast. That's the majority of people. We're the outliers. But even amongst ourselves, just training, just being good in athletics or in the gym is not enough. There's always well-built, well-earning, interesting to us, but dull and uninteresting, and they get nervous around girls because they don't have a lot of experience, and they're smart enough to kind of like know what can go wrong, and therefore they hold back and they don't actually put themselves out there. It's not, they've either just not gotten traction when they were younger and they didn't have anybody to kind of like show them the ropes. But then they kind of get stuck. It's kind of like, you don't know what you don't know. But I've literally seen thousands of in shape, good looking, well employed men in the gym when they should be out on the town. And the girls suffer too, because these are handsome, put together men that are going to end up being great guys, but it's years lost, and the girls are alone, or they're going out with some schlub that they're not interested in. And so they suffer too. Everyone suffers when you have potential and you're not actually tapping into it. Again, getting the body straight, great. It's foundational. But again, it's like going to basic training and then staying in basic training. You have to extend beyond that and improve your skills. You have to improve your charisma, your learned charisma, which is what game is. Again, once you start adding that, because you've already got the physicality, you got the intelligence. Once you add in the skills of charisma, learned charisma, what is game? It is learned charisma. You actually learn how to become charismatic. You are the complete package. You're able to approach girls. You're able to casually speak with them. You're able to ask them out. You have a system to plug her in. You move her from stranger to in your bed. And very soon, you're juggling more women than you know what to do with. It is a system. And again, the gym lays down a foundation. Yes, you need to be fit. Yes, you need to be aware of your health. Yes, you need to exercise regularly. But again, we're already outliers doing that. We do that. That's normal for us. But you need the next step too. Otherwise, you're going to be jacking off, into your 30s. And the longer this happens, the longer you don't have any interaction, the harder it is to start. And I think that's what really hamstrings a lot of guys, because by the time you're in your 30s, if you haven't had much success, you really start thinking it's you. And it actually is you in the beginning. You have to focus, but it's not anything that can't be learned. That's what I always try to convey to guys. I don't think they know that sometimes is, charisma. You got the foundation laid down. You've got a good job. And then you just have to add in the personality part. And a personality can be built from scratch. We do it all the time. So remember, everybody suffers when you're not out on the ground, meeting girls, entertaining them, fucking them, because they need all of that. And you do too. So that's the real deal when it comes to going to the gym on a Friday night. You need to be done, out of there, and out on the town. Let's go to